So, hi guys, this is Pedro from Katowice. We're here with Liquid.TLO, it's day 3 of IEM Katowice. So, we're in Poland. Liquid.TLO, how are you enjoying Poland pizza, Polish pizza?
Pretty good. In general, I like it a lot here. I had some pretty amazing dinner actually 2 days ago and last night as well. So your food is pretty good in general, I think.
It's not like Bulgarian.
Sorry, I'm really not good at like distinguishing East European accents.
Yes, it's okay.
I feel really bad now.
Oh no, it's like I haven't tasted Polish pizza, so I'm gonna follow your advice. It's good. So you did quite well at IEM. I don't think many people expected you to go that far. Like there were so many Koreans coming, so many good Koreans. What were your personal expectations coming to it?
I think I hit my minimum requirement to be not sad about the performance, but I wish I could have been first as well. I think it came down to bad preparation. The past 2 weeks I've been up to my usual training standards, which is a pity because that's a big mistake on my side, but that only shows me that I just need to practice more better than I did for this tournament.
Before the end of 2012 and now, you were on like a big, long streak of not doing well. How did you cope during this period? Because I know that many Olympic players have troubles in doing great, bad results. How was it personally for you?
It was pretty bad. Definitely had a really bad effect on my entire life because StarCraft 2 is the most important thing to me. And if you do bad, you feel bad, and because you feel bad, you do bad. So it's like
vicious circle.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the most important thing for me was to stick to my friends and family and get some distance to the community a little bit. I used to do interviews like every week and all that kind of stuff, so I took a little bit of distance for that and focused on the people who are really important in my life, who know me as Dario, not as TLO, and that helped me to come out of that slump again, and as well as eating my carpal tunnel because I don't have pain in my hands anymore. It's much easier to play like that.
Is this like a universal advice you want to give to any player that's trying to just distance yourself from the community, focus on your personal life?
Well, not necessarily distance yourself, but it's really important to find a balance between both of it. Everybody is different. Some people can be in the spotlight 24/7 and they're not bothered by that. But if you're not comfortable by that anymore, you need to change your behavior.
Okay, so when it comes to IEM, the big story here is Zerg's losing. We've been talking to many players about it. You're actually one of the Zergs that made it farthest. You and Mitchell both got in the playoffs. Many players blamed it on the patch. I don't know if you give a damn about the patch. I'm not sure, so this is why I'm going to ask. How do you feel Zerg changed with the patch?
First of all, way too early to tell anything. This is one tournament after the patch, and it's not really a representative sample size because this could have been happening pre-patch as well. So it's really stupid to jump to the gun now and say, okay, Circus to weak right away. And yeah, personally, I don't really care about balance patches because I just try to see the mistake in my own play. I could have played better, and I could have beaten first, even if Infested had only 7 range. So it just comes down to playing better and doing your best.
What happened in this game against First then? So why did you lose?
Several factors, as I was saying. I think I could have practiced more before this tournament. Was a little bit demotivated for the past 2 weeks. Kind of want to switch to Heart of the Swarms soon because Wings of Liberty is becoming a little bit stale to me. And also, I think I didn't behave as good as I could have when it comes to eating enough and like having the right food at me in this tournament. Usually I'm pretty well prepared for that lately. But it was kind of hard at the venue to find food around quickly. There were only restaurants, and then you don't really have time to go to a real restaurant. So in the end I lost my focus because I think I was hungry and didn't really have enough energy anymore to play my best.
Funny that you should mention that you're waiting for pods to come out. You're actually the only player we've spoken to that's actually waiting for it. Everybody was like, I haven't played it. I want tournaments to keep to Wings of Liberty. Why Why are you so excited about Hearts?
I just really like the design decisions they're making for the game. Obviously, balance still has to be figured out for a really long time. But I think Heart of the Swarm is going to be much more dynamic. Right now, late game for Zerg is very boring. You kind of have to stick to one big army that stays together and feels very un-Zergy. It's more like having this Protoss death ball, which I don't like. And in Heart of the Swarm, we're going to have much more mobile units, and also we're going to have some zone control units, which I was missing from before. Swarm hosts can zone out areas, and then you can attack somewhere else. Widow mines are going to be able to zone out areas as well, and not so sure about Protoss, but I guess with the recall ability you can also split up your armies a little bit more. So I think it's becoming closer to Cold War when it comes to the way units are going to behave on the map.
Do you think it's going to become more aggressive with Heart of the Swarm?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be much less passive and much less trying to aim for the ultimate composition, but maybe have 110 drones and keep attacking over and over, because now you can actually fight with like a mid-tier army against a high-tech army if you come with superior numbers.
Do you think, like, from your experiences, any of the matchups that are inherently broken in stability? I know that PvZ is like a big topic that often comes out every tournament after every Protoss or Zerg win. Do you think like this is getting fixed in this one from the looks of how units behave, how upgrades behave, etc.?
Yeah, I think CVP, I don't know if I would want to call it broken, but I think it's very singular. It's like you can't really do a lot of different things in late game. You get forced into that one unit composition, both players have to rush towards, and then a single moment in the game kind of decides it all, which I think is bad, because ideally in an RTS I would like both players to have to make a lot of decisions, and then the guy who wins 15 out of 20 decisions wins the game, and not the guy who wins 1 out of 20, but that one decision was the most important one.
Also, you've been with Team Liquid since forever. Now changes are happening. There has been a lot of burnout with Team Liquid recently. First I want to go a bit back in time with signing C. That's actually, he stayed on the roster for 2 months before retiring. Did you communicate with him? Did you train him? How was it to have a Casper veteran basically in the roster?
He was kind of doing his own thing. I think because he wasn't really fully committed in his mind to StarCraft 2, he didn't interact as much with the team as the rest. He's a super friendly guy, but he was a little bit reserved, I think. We didn't train that much together, but it's like we were all sad that he's gonna retire, but if he thinks it's the best decision for him, like obviously that's okay.
So, and newest change is new. He joined just recently. Probably you know him. He's like super good, super famous in the European scene worldwide. What's your personal opinion on Jens? What's he contributing to the team?
I think he's really awesome, and I'm really happy to have him on the team because he has a very similar mindset when it comes to practice as I do. He always tries to see the mistakes in himself, and whenever he loses, he just wants to train harder. So it's kind of nice to have somebody else in line like that in Europe here, that we can kind of push each other. And I think even Red is benefiting from that too. He's kind of known to not have been the hardest working guy, but now that's changing as well, and kind of we have this dynamic of 3 players, and you're all Zerg players, and we're gonna try to support each other and push each other, and try to make each other train more and harder.
That answered perfectly my next question. Like, is his practice pattern like he's playing like a machine? We've been watching him all day. He doesn't stop playing. So it's good to hear that he's motivating you indirectly. So your team is in the Pro League now. They've been doing average quite well. They have been having some great games, but overall, I think they finished top 4 in round 1, and now they're about the new. I haven't checked my results. So
That's alright.
do you have faith in the guys? Do you think they can make the playoffs overall? Do you see what are they doing right, what are they doing wrong, what can they improve? I know you've been watching from inside also.
Well, I don't know. It's very unknown territory still to say like if they're gonna be the next teams, because it's so hard to tell how good a Casper team actually is, because we only seen so few full encounters of team matches in the Pro League, so anything could really happen. I don't think I can make any knowledgeable prediction, to be honest.
Do you think that the Casper guys will gonna be at any time at the ESF level constantly? Because right now there's very few Casper players that are doing really well. Flash has been massively raised like a staple in tournaments. Do you see them improving even more, like even more players reaching their level, or like Casper players are simply behind because they started 2 years ago?
I think there's going to be more of them rising, and that's going to make everybody else probably improve their skill a little bit as well. So they're not going to be objectively, or no, subjectively as ahead, but they're going to help the scene grow. Because I think Casper teams probably just have really, really strong training regimens and are a little bit more experienced when it comes to coaching. Coaching is probably one of the things Western teams are lacking the most still. Pretty much no team has any coach that goes to his players and tries to explain to him what he can improve in his game and what he needs to think of, which is extremely helpful. If you have somebody looking over your games, watching all your replays every single day, even though he might not be as good as a player as you, but if he knows the game, he can find out so many mistakes that you don't see yourself.
Do you think Liquid needs such a coach? You've been probably the best of all foreign teams last year. Do you think like Liquid needs somebody with experience in the practice regime of the Koreans to guide you to even high levels?
Well, I think it would be helpful, but it's also very difficult because you're not living all together in one team house. That makes it a little bit easier to have a coach. Just having an online connection to your coach probably is gonna make people not catch up with him as much, but I wouldn't mind having something like that on. I kind of have my own support network built up, but I have some really good friends and my brother, and I also have a sports psychologist, and like you're working together as a team, kind of a team outside of Team Liquid.
Yep.
And so I don't think I personally need it, but definitely it would be good for anybody, I think, to have other people try to help you improve your game.
Blight told us that Sally is like, even online, he's introducing them to basically how Koreans play. He said he hates it at first, but now he's, so maybe even online might work.
Yeah.
Okay, so the finals should be starting now. I think, I don't know if they're live yet at this time of the interview. It's first against Dream. Who do you think will take it with what score?
It's kind of funny, once more, 2 Koreans standing in the final and I lost to both of them. I just realized that because Dream was in my group and first beat me in the round of 8, so
No shame you did.
yeah. I actually think Dream is going to take it because he beat Popping. That's quite impressive, and he's kind of the dark horse of the tournament. And he's going to feel very confident now, and I really like his play style, pretty solid. Yeah, I'm going with Dream.
What is he doing differently compared to the other talents here and worldwide? Is he doing like something special that push him to the finals?
I think not really anything particular, just good, yeah.
Awesome. So we'll close this up. This was TLO, we also game on Liquid Katowice, and the pizza is not here, but yeah, stay tuned for us for more coverage.